Okay, taking a look at chapter review, straightening out so it's nice and even. Now, the distributive property means there are parentheses. Order of operations tells you to do parentheses first, but I can't because I got a variable. We have taught you I do this. Who can raise their hand and remind all of us in here, what are those arrows for? What are the arrows for? Now, later on. Watch this later on, review it. I'm studying a boatload with you right now. Yeah.
You use it to go 7 times x and then 7 times 9.
Perfect. I watched somebody do this last hour. They did 7x plus 9. No. This is 7 times x is 7x. 7 times a positive 9 plus 63. Now, we do combining like terms. I don't think of these as adding and subtracting. When I multiply, 2 negatives are a positive. One of each is always negative. Don't confuse your mind with anything crazy. Just like my next question. Draw my arrows. Want to tell me what I get? Oh, yeah. If you're really lost, people are giving me answers on these. Oh, I don't like that. What am I lacking in these questions that tell me I'm not even allowed to answer this? I'll find kids that are totally, absolutely, positively lost. They'll give me an answer for X. It's like, dude, no, you can't do that. Josie, what am I lacking in all these questions?
The equal sign?
You don't have an equal sign. I don't have an equal sign to tell me I'm even allowed to solve it yet. And I don't have a quantity on the other side to balance my equation. Now I'll get into question 2. Yeah. Give me the answer.
Negative 4y minus 20.
Perfect. Now, don't do that plus a negative 20 thing. Double signs make it really hard to combine like terms. A negative 4 times a positive 5 minus 20. Okay, yes. Algebra's confusing. Some people look at this as subtracting 20. Some people look at this as negative 20. It's the same thing. Next one, simplify. Simplify 13 minus 4y plus y. Okay, I'm allowed to circle and combine like terms. Who can raise their hand and tell me what are like terms that I'm allowed to combine here? Z?
4 and 4y plus the 1y.
Perfect. I love that I heard you say plus 1y. And I want you to go circle the sign that's in front of it, a plus 1y. And then the only thing I'm going to slightly correct, which you could be thinking correctly, but you're not saying it yet, is this. What did I circle in front of the 4y? Negative. And that's a huge thing. I make you circle your thing so you see the signs. A negative 4y and a positive 1y. Bzz. Opposite sign subtract. 4 minus 1 is 3. Keep the sign of 4. Negative 3y. I like the variables up front. They're cooler. We usually leave them up there because then later on when I factor and things, you want variables up front. Negative 3y. Then just bring over your 13. And last but not least, is the 13 positive or negative?
Positive.
It's just a plus 13. I like that variable up front. Negative 3y plus 13. Now, I'm going to ask you a boatload of questions just because I want you to get ready for your test. Who can tell me what the coefficient is? Ooh, fancy question. What's the coefficients in these questions? Because that might show up on your test. It's not in your review right now, but it could show up on your test. Spencer?
Negative 4y.
Just say negative 4. The coefficient is only the number in front of the letter and the one that's the mystery one. The 1's also a coefficient. We added it to it. Who can raise their hand and tell me what is the constant? Or what is the constant? Gerald. 13. Now, just make sure. Understand what like terms are, what terms were, and coefficients and constants. That'll be on worksheet 10.1.